Hey guys, and we're back with another one. How's everyone doing? So today it's gonna be a different one today. Um, so a clip came up. A clip. What type of clip? A clip came up on my feed, YouTube feed, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Very intriguing, I would say. Very, very intriguing. I don't know what's happening to the world today. I don't know what's happening. I like. I thought there was certain lines, but I think lines are now blurred. I don't even want to show the screen yet. I think some lines are blurred, and what we're seeing here now is an enemy of my enemy is my friend, and that's what I'm seeing here. Um, so 1 second, guys. How's your mental health? How's everyone feeling? How's everyone doing? Is everyone okay? If you're not, get it sorted. If you can't get it sorted, ask for help. Ask for help. No shame. No shame, no shame, no shame. Ask for help. I mean, I've asked for help before. Everyone has. You can't do everything by yourself. It's impossible. But this is a different one. This is a different one, this topic. So, as you all heard in the news and everything, Tommy Robinson. Oh, wow. You're going there. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I see the content. All the content out on YouTube when it comes to the UK stuff. It's cool to watch, but I'm not really feeling that. I'm mostly concerned about things that people should be concerned about. And my page is very balanced. I do have, you know, fun stuff about the ends and everything. But I do have stuff about politics. I'm not very educated when it comes to that. I'm surface level. But I know enough to understand what's happening. You understand? So today we'll be reacting to a video on the far right leader. Was it Britain First? Sorry guys. Toby Robinson. He has now went and traveled to Israel. You know, and was interviewing a few Jewish people that from the UK and moved from the UK, and they've moved to Israel. And you'll see the video. And I think one thing one of the boys said, young man said, was he doesn't feel safe in London. He feels safer in Israel, even though there's a war going on, a genocide going on. And I would love, because I don't know many Jewish men like that. I would love to know, like, do you guys act like, do Jewish people, young, old, are you guys like? Do you guys feel? No, do you guys feel? I can't say every Jewish person has been haven't or had has felt this way, but when they said they feel attacked, like they can't wear their, I don't know what it's called. Sorry, I don't know what it's called. And they can't leave like Golders Green area without they can't leave Golders Green area as a heavy Jewish area. Um, and they can't wear, what's it called again? I should. No, I'm not gonna try it. botch it, but they can't wear it outside of Golders Green because they're scared of being attacked. And is that because of the Gaza conflict, or was that before? Because when the far right people were saying we hate Jews, we hate blacks, we hate Muslims, we hate. Remember that, right? Because I remember that. I remember when this years ago when, you know what I mean, there's the EDL dons, those guys there wanted to what? Hate blacks, hate this, we hate that, we hate you, we hate, yeah. You know? So when I see like Tommy Robinson, and he's all right, he said it himself, and now he's in Israel talking about the Jewish people, but not so long ago you didn't want Jewish. You said all these different things about Jewish people. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. So I'm a bit confused on why he was invited to come there. And that's why I said at the beginning, my enemy of my enemy is my friend. Everyone knows Tommy Robinson's standpoint on Islam. We know that. So let's just watch this. To me, it's, you know what I mean?
I know you know this, but at all.
No, I know that.
Protest when you got arrested, this, that is not the mainstream Jews at all.
No, I know
I
that.
grew up in Golders Green.
Okay.
Parents still live there, and you have massive support from the community.
Thank you. What do you think of because it's a board of deputies keep?
He said he has massive support from the community, from the Jewish community in the UK, in London. That's what he said. But we'll get back to that.
Who keep attacking you? And are they representative of the British Jews?
Not at all. No. I mean, I never voted for them. No one I know voted for them. They've self-allocated themselves as the spokespeople for the Jews, and it's a big shame because we have hardly any friends, and then the friends that we have are being pushed away. So it's definitely not the majority.
I know they don't represent. So.
I'm from London, Stamford Hill.
Okay. What do you think of the future for you?
You know what I think.
I know, bro.
It's not.
What do you think, bro? What do you think? You can't say it on camera. What do you think? Because I think people are mixing up the two with Jewish people and Israel. Yes, Israel is a Jewish state, but like every country, it has a government. The government is doing, I don't want to swear, nonsense, committing murders and killings and genocides and so on. That's the government of Israel. That doesn't represent every Jewish person. It doesn't represent every Jewish person. So I'm not really a fan of the whole, back and forth. I've never been a fan of the whole, ban Jews this or ban it. I've never been. I never understood that what's happening in Gaza is horrible, but that's still to the Israeli government. And you've seen some Jewish people talk about how they're against the war. You can't say all, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I don't like. Criticize the government. What is Keir Starmer? Like, everyone hates Keir Starmer. Like, everybody. I don't know why. I don't know why, but everyone doesn't like Keir Starmer. But I'm not saying because he's a Christian. Is he Christian? I don't know. I don't know if he's Christian or not. I don't know. I don't know if he's Christian or not. But let's just move on anyway. Let's move on.
You think you'll move here?
Yeah, it looks like it.
So many are now.
Yeah, it's getting bad. But
That means all the good, decent taxpayers, integrated Jews, are we leaving and we'll be flooded with more.
yeah, well,
We're the only chance we've got to come back to England.
I'm the only chance you've got of coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
You left 5 years ago.
I left 5 years ago.
Why'd you leave?
I can't stay in Golders Green. No Golders Green where all the Jews live?
Yeah.
I can't just stay there. Every time I go out the community, I can't wear a kippah. I get
Okay, it's called a kipper. It's called a kipper.
attacked.
So you don't feel you can.
But that's what this young man said, yeah. Every time he leaves Golders Green, you feel like he's been attacked. What he said was his only reason. Anyway. Who is attacking you? I just want to know. Like, who is attacking you? And because of the Gaza conflict, because that's happening in our lifetime. Before this Gaza conflict became what it was today, or the past two years, were young Jewish people born in the 90s, 80s. You know what I mean? Like my generation. Were you guys being attacked? I'm just asking. Like, I don't know. Because I'm from a certain area where it's mostly black. And we don't talk about, or have never spoke about, we hate Jews. We never talk about, we are a community, we're multicultural, bro. When you come to the end, you're from the end. I don't care if you're Jewish, Hindu, Buddha, what's it called again? Christian, Muslim, atheist, it don't matter. When you're part of the culture and you're part of the end of the community, you know what I mean? You know how many like Asian aunties that I've got not related? You know how many like white uncles? When I say white uncles, I'm like they're older than me, innit? But they show me mad love. They help me in some situations. Different from different background, different places. So when this guy said when he leaves Golders Green, he has to take off his kippah. And my question is, who is doing it to you? Because what I remember is the far right EDL man, they didn't like Jewish people. Like before I get back to it, like here's an example. Yeah, I went on Google. Do far right support Israel? Yeah, and it says views of Israel within the far right movement are complex and divided, while some far right factions support Israel. Others remain anti-Semitic or focus on their own anti-immigrant agendas. This has led them to the situation where Israel has formed alliances with certain far-right parties in Europe and other regions, despite the long history of anti-Semitic within these movements. So that's why I'm confused. That's why this confuses me. This confuses me so much.
Can be visibly Jewish outside of your Jewish area.
100%, yeah, 100%.
What do you see the future for Britain then? When would you come home?
When it's safe enough for us to come home. Like, I've made Aliyah here, I'm not going back there. When it's safe enough, when the government can assure us that it's...
What do you think of what just happened with the Tel Aviv football fans?
What happened?
They've been told that they can't come to Birmingham, it's not safe.
Oh right, I saw that, yeah, unbelievable. I don't know, the police cannot...
Control it.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
It's your legend, mate. Thank you so much.
Have you moved here?
Here, between here and England, you know.
What do you think of what's happening in Britain?
I
How
think
do you feel
it's,
as a Jew in Britain?
Well, it doesn't feel very safe, and you know, there's going to be people remembered on the right side of history and the wrong side of history.
What does it mean? I don't know, like, because I'm black in it, as you can see, and there were parts of London I couldn't go back in the day. There were certain parts of London I couldn't go. But certain parts of Bermondsey. If you maybe we can go Bermondsey back in the day. Why not? I'm not talking now. I'm talking about back in the day. Even now sometimes, but back in the day, what? Are you nuts? There was so many parts of London I couldn't even go through. I couldn't go through. But I know who were trying to, you know what I mean, attack us, me. Walking through certain parts of Eltham. Are you mad? Back in the day. So that's why I'm asking, even the young man before when they say they don't feel safe, I understand the whole conflict, what's happening in the UK now, you know what I mean, with the Palestine protest, Free Palestine protest, and some Jewish people feel like it's attack and against Jewish people. I don't know everyone's agenda, but I honestly think the Free Palestine movement has nothing to do with Jewish people. It has to do with Israel's government. It has to do with Israel's government. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Who wants to see children die, bro? Who wants to see people die? Nobody wants to see that. Like, that's why me and certain things don't bring it my way. Certain conversations I don't get involved in, because it's just gonna bring. You have your opinion. You have your opinion. You can't just agree on that. You can agree to disagree, and go your separate ways.
History, you for one are going to be remembered on the right side. Can't
Free Congo.
say the same about Keir Starmer, but you're definitely going to be remembered on the right side.
Do you have an opinion on the Board of Deputies?
I'm not so involved in that. All I know is that
Starmer's away!
I'm saying hear that.
Ready. Whereas they weren't ready for last.
Late for England. Jews getting killed in Manchester. You saw them in Manchester. Jews.
But the public have been asleep for a decade, 2 decades. The public cannot sleep now.
Wasn't the Fed that shot?
You can see that by September 13th, millions come into the capital city without any help, without any promotion. Millions to
I
send
saw
them
that.
on.
If I was in England, I would have
Wait
been
till
there.
the next one, bro.
100%.
Wait till the next one. How do you feel as a British Jew at the minute with what's happening in the UK?
Absolutely, I can't stand for words.
Running away.
I stand for words. I come here, I go to the US a lot. Yeah, but honestly,
you feel
this
we
is
have
the safest place to come.
The safest place
This
to
is
come
the
to.
safest place to come, completely.
Do you think you have a safe future in Britain?
No.
As a guy that has family living there, it's pretty hypocritical, especially with the government that we have right now. Very non-conservative, very...
So cool. These are the Board of Deputies. Oh, this is what he's talking about. I've condemned the Board of Deputies of the British Jews. Have condemned Israel inviting Tommy Robinson to Israel.
Israel's invitation to far-right activist Tommy Robinson, calling him a thug who harms community cohesion. The minister-led invite, with reported travel costs covered, would see Robinson visit Jerusalem and the West Bank after his 13th October court date. His stated aim to enter Gaza remains unconfirmed. Supporters claim solidarity against jihadism, but the Board of Deputies and JLC say the move offends British Jews, especially after the Manchester synagogue attack. This is BritBits News. Like, subscribe and...
Bloody hell. Here's another video, yeah?
Of British Jews. But let's be clear, Tommy Robinson is neither of those things. He is Britain's most notorious far-right street thug. He has multiple convictions for assault, for public order offences, for fraud, and he's also a racist. He doesn't just campaign against Islamist extremism, as the minister suggested. For years, he has incited racism against Britain's entire Muslim community, trying to present them as some kind of part of a monolithic jihadist movement. So, you know, Robinson does try to present himself as a friend of Jews and as a friend of Israel. He does fly the Israeli flags at protests. He has tried to attend.
What's behind that for him? You know, what's his motivation on that side of the spectrum? And again, it's not isolated to the UK. I'll mention that, but describe that a bit. His affinity to Israel.
I think it's a really interesting point. We're seeing this phenomenon of far-right support for Israel and also Jews. I think fundamentally this is about the way that they frame the entire conflict, which they kind of see as an inevitable race war between Jews and Muslims. And of course, that's crucially important for what we're seeing in the West, which is where far-right movements are trying to present high Muslim immigration as some kind of militarized invasion force that threatens the domestic population. I think what we're seeing is that obviously Jews have long been a target for the far right, but in reality, we're now seeing the far right focus on Muslims rather than Jews. And so they're sort of including Jews in the in-group where traditionally they were kind of the targets. But let's be completely
That's
clear.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. They were the targets for the EDO man. Them EDO man wanted it. They didn't like Jewish people. They didn't like black. They didn't like Jews. They didn't like, you know what I mean? They didn't like Muslims. It's just mind-blowing to me. It's just absolutely mind-blowing to me how you guys invite this man, part of a massive movement that did not like Jewish people. That did not. It's like me inviting. I can't say that. Can't say that. It's just confusing to me. It's just very, very confusing to me, and it's sad to see. It's sad to see. Controlling the narrative. I think this is what's the game now. Controlling the narrative. Controlling the narrative. Media is the new weapon. It's always been a weapon. I think after nuclear war, it's media war. It's the second place. It can damage, it can ruin, it can confuse, it can make radicals on all sides because of media. And this is the sad thing. Wrong information can get the wrong people killed. And it's sad. We don't want no war. I don't know, bruv. You see what's happening in Congo, guys? Crazy. I'm gonna do a video on that. But you see what's happening in Congo as well. Don't get it twisted. We're gonna sort that out. What's happening with the Congo government and the Rwanda government, because it don't make no sense to me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for everything. Enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, and do the best you can do to get me to 5,000 subscribers. Right, let's go.